Okay, we're recording. This is the January 15th, 2020 minor subdivision meeting. I'll do the, should we do roll or
Should
public
do roll
announcement
call.
first?
Public announcement, roll call.
Alright, so, public announcement. Please be advised that the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been complied with and satisfied, and that the annual notice, which gave sufficient notice of the time, place, and conduct of all public meetings of the Minor Subdivision Committee of the City of New Brunswick, has been filed with the city clerk and placed in an appropriate bulletin board in the lobby of City Hall, 78 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey, and has been transmitted to the official newspaper of the City of New Brunswick, namely the Home News Tribune. Okay, so, roll, Donna Caputo, absent. Suzanne Secor Ludwig, absent. Brian Berger, Christella Tella. Here. Engineering, Department of Engineering Representative Michelle, here. Dan Burke, City Engineer.
Here.
Edgar Bellamy, Construction Official. Here. Charles Carley, Board Engineer. Todd Bletcher, or Board Planner.
Here.
Katie Thielman Piniello. Here. And Dominguez here. Okay, so we're here for the minor subdivision application for 34 through 44 Simplex Avenue by Ortho Development, and we will start with planning review of the site.
Okay, so the application is Ortho Development LLC, 34 to 44 Simplex Avenue, block 503, lots 19 to 22, 22.01, 22.02, planning board application 2019-10. This is a minor subdivision application to consolidate 6 existing non-conforming lots in order to create 3 new developable lots, proposed lots 20.01, 21.01, and 22.03. The lots are currently vacant and no development is proposed as part of this application. The applicant intends to construct 1 residence per lot under a separate application. And I guess before I go through our report, is there anything you want to open with?
James Mitchell, Pambro Mitchell, on behalf of the applicant Ortho Development LLC. And basically, this is a parcel where the original residences, I think almost 20 years ago, burned down. And it hasn't really been redeveloped since then. We're looking to build 3 duplexes, apartment style, basically duplexes. Dan, anything that covers more detail?
No, it's a two-family house, one on each of the 3 newly created lots.
Okay, all right, I'll just quickly go through my report. The site in question measures 0.25 acres and is located to the southeast of Simplex Avenue between Lake Street and Clark Street. There are 6 separate lots that total 111 feet wide and range in depth from 84.47 feet to 103.61 feet. It does not contain any structures. In April 2008, our records indicate that all of the 1 and 2 dwelling residences, including their foundations, were demolished due to irreparable fire damage. So at this time, the applicant is seeking approval to consolidate the lots in order to create 3 buildable lots. Lot 20.01 is in the southwestern portion of the site and is a slightly irregular 0.08 acre parcel. Lot 21.01 is in the central portion of the site and is another slightly irregular 0.08 acre parcel. And proposed lot 22.03 is in the northeastern portion of the site and is a slightly irregular 0.09 acre parcel. And the site has been vacant for approximately 12 years, and there's only been 1 request to rebuild on the site. It's currently comprised of grass, shrubs, and trees, and it looks like some illegal parking might have occurred on the site over the years. Each proposed lot will have frontage along Simplex Avenue, and a conforming building envelope is shown on each of the proposed lots as depicted on the minor subdivision plan. Let's see, the master plan and the reexamination report recommend this property for medium density single and 2-family residential uses. The property is located in the R5C single and 2-family residential zoning district, which permits single and 2-family residences and community residences. There are no variances as part of this application. All the lots conform to the bulk requirements of the R5C zone. And our review comments are, the applicant should confirm that no new development is proposed as part of this particular application.
as part of the subdivision application? No, although we do obviously intend to move
Right,
forward with
of
the
course.
development.
And just as part of our review of your plans, we just noted that it looks like the parking and driveway scenario for the two-family dwellings, on the proposed plot plan would not, comply with the zoning ordinance with regard to, parking lot location. It's just an estimate.
And driveway width.
And driveway width, yeah.
And just for, sake of the time of looking up, is that considered design criteria or variance?
It would be a variance, yeah. And then, I guess,
Sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but just so that we can clarify that, you're speaking of in the sense of the width, the ordinance is a little bit, I'll say confusing, in the sense that it talks about being 40% of the lot width, and is that the portion that we're gonna be seeking a variance for?
Well,
due to the
we,
fact-
we have a driveway maximum width. And for this driveway size, I think it's either 10 or 12 feet maximum
So is that per parking? Because.
per driveway.
Per driveway.
So each property gets one driveway, you get one 10 to 12, whatever it is, wide driveway. Also, parking in front of the house is also another variance because that's also not permitted under the zoning.
unless it was gonna go to a drive, it needs to go to like a garage or a carport or
Right.
something.
Okay.
And then I guess before I go through the recommendations for compliance, we should ask if anyone has any comments. No comments, does the public have any comment?
Or
No?
maybe engineering had a comment on any notes on this?
No, I mean, Katie covered all the planning issues. We just acknowledge that it's 6 non-conforming lots being converted or proposed to be converted to 3 conforming lots. No development is proposed under this application. We'll have further comments when the site plan is submitted.
Can I just offer just one thing? I think it's important with this one that you be very precise in the language, and I think that calling them duplexes might be a little bit confusing, because the duplex suggests that there's
Side by
a
side.
lot line down the middle with a party
Right.
wall between the two units.
Right.
So I don't really care how much, what the style of building is, whether they're stacked or
Right.
side by side or whatever, but I
Two-family.
think you should just call them two-family
Right.
dwellings. And just not confuse anybody with duplexes, especially in that neighborhood, because that neighborhood is duplexes.
Two-family.
And I guess that based on the hypothetical stuff in the plot plan, I guess those two driveway parking related variances are the only issues that really come up that would make you have to go to the board, otherwise these would be, you know,
Yeah.
by right permanent developments, so.
Yeah. So this is sort of a legally and in terms of best planning practices,
Yeah.
when you have 2 undersized lots that are adjacent to each other in front of the same street, there would be a merger. Merger doctrine applies. So this is a good planning alternative and also legally required that they would merge. But this is strictly the subdivision.
Right.
Consolidation of the lots and the creation of 3 new lots.
Right.
So whatever's being planned for that subdivision, you know, after the
Right.
subdivision
Yeah.
occurs, that may or may not require you to go before a board, but the committee ought not to consider that now.
Right, it's just something that they should be aware
Well,
of.
we're taking
Because
advantage of
they-
your side. We
yeah.
wanna use your brains while you're here.
Yeah.
And are you gonna file by plat or by deed?
I don't know if we determined that yet.
Deed, I would think.
Deed?
Deed. To perfect the subdivision by deed.
Okay, so you just gotta make sure that you perfect those deeds, have them filed and recorded before you come back for whatever you're gonna come back for, so they're not in limbo
Right.
Right,
between
and in a relatively.
something that doesn't exist.
Timely manner, I think it's 190 days,
Right.
right? Yeah.
Well, right, but I'm just saying, do that before you come back for
Right,
anything
yeah,
else. So that-
so we're not filing for permits on the undersized lots.
Right.
Okay. So anybody have any comments? Public comment? All right.
I guess we can read the recommendations for compliance then.
Sure.
The applicant shall pay any all fees owed to the city of New Brunswick. The applicant shall submit copies of all approvals and or exemptions from any outside agency having jurisdiction. And the applicant shall file the subdivision with the county of Middlesex by deed or map in accordance with the map file.
Anybody want a motion?
Well, may I just also add, I would recommend also that the meets and bounds description be, prior to filing the deeds, be circulated to our engineers, the confirmation.
I'll make a motion on the subdivision approval.
Okay, Chris Delatella,
Yes.
Michelle Page,
Yes.
Dan Burke,
Yes.
Ed Grabelny,
Yes.
Todd Bletcher,
Yes.
Katie Thielman Paniello,
Yes.
Dan Dominguez, yes. All right.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks very much.
Bye. Have a good day.